Hello, friends. I'm a few days behind, but I'm getting there. This is Simon Says Stamps Cozy Hugs release. As always, I work for Simon Says Stamp. These products were sent to me. I don't have to do these release and review videos. I just choose to do them. They're fun. Had a lot of requests, so got the things die cut and organized, and let's just dive right into it. I will have links directly below the video, a link to the release, etc. And then, yeah, let's literally dive in. So, with this release, we have a few more colors of the Simon mesh bags. I've shown these in a ton of videos. A lot of times they get sent with the monthly kits, because that's what they're super great for, is holding kit contents, storing supplies. I showed in a recent social media post, I like using the bags to hold all of the cards I'm mailing out to my Patreon supporters. So we got new colors. There's now a rainbow assortment you can get. So the new little add-on is this ring. You can get this with the rainbow assortment of bags. You can also get it on its own, because if you have a bunch of bags. And the whole idea with this is it will attach all your bags together, and it'll hold like quite a few. People were asking, Heidi had shown this like a week ago, I'm not sure, and people were going on about the weight limits of this. Honestly, it's pretty hefty. Like, I kind of got a kick out of Heidi's, like, I wouldn't go, you know, wall climbing with it. And I was like, there you go. Sometimes I think people get hung up on rather odd things, but this will hold quite a bit. Like, I can't see anyone unless you're going to, like, fill every single one of these with cardstock. But then again, if you're going to fill these with cardstock and then try to hang them up, you do you, whatever. I wouldn't, because if it did fall and you damaged a bunch of cardstock, anyway, it works. So you can hold a whole bunch of these. I think they're great for travel, you know, when I actually get a chance to travel. I plan on using them for this, and yeah, it's a great little thing. So there's those. Let's go on to the other accessories. We've got TEAR-RIFIC tape. There's 1/4 inch and 8-inch tape, and double-sided. Apparently, and the whole point of them calling it TEAR-RIFIC, I haven't even had a chance to use this yet. I assume it's somewhat similar to score tape. Get the actual... Oh yeah, it tears really nice. So nice, strong tape. If the strongest, FYI, for the difference, you want like the strongest adhesion is red line tape. This stuff's a little bit thicker. It obviously does not tear, but this would be your strongest. This is your next option when it comes to what I call dry adhesives versus using a liquid adhesive. I like them all for their just different reasons. I usually will use the red line tape more for like boxes or, you know, pop-up elements, those sorts of things I've shown using the red line tape. This I really like for all kinds of adhering, like simple elements that you're doing on cards, that sort of thing, or especially if there's like a lot of little elements. Flat shakers, I like this kind of stuff because it's easier to just quickly like rip, pull off the backing, you're good to go. So there's 2 widths. We got the 1/8 of an inch and the 1/4 inch. There's also these TEAR-RIFIC adhesive sheets. I used one, and I'll get to it when I get to the die cut already, but rather than having it in a roll form, it's in a full sheet of adhesive. So you've got your sticky, you can put your cardstock on there, press it in really, really well, die cut it, and then peel off the backing. So you get a pack of 5 sheets, double-sided, 8.5 by 11. So we got those. And then the other new product is the Stampin' Cut shrink sheets. If you've ever used these in the past, this stuff's been around for a while, but Simon's got it in their store now. So these are 8.5 by 5.5 inch. And the point with these is you can stamp them and then you heat it with your heat tool and it will shrink to about, I think it's like 20% of its original size. So with these, you would definitely want to use something like Stays-On ink, that sort of thing. I know Nina Marie Trapani did a video just a couple days ago, and she had stamped some of the new snowflakes on here with white Stays-On ink and then shrunk them, and they made these cute little tiny snowflake embellishments. Really cute. So there's those. And then to round off the accessories, we've got new bling. There's the Frosty Morning Sequins, which I don't know how well these will show up on camera, but there's actual like snowflake sequins in there. So you got snowflakes and light little purple and shimmery little bling. And then this one is the Holly Sparkle, and this one has holly leaves in, I think, 3 or 4 different colors. I can see gold and green. Yeah, gold, green, kind of an iridescent shimmer. And then other confetti and whatnot. So that's the Holly Leaves Sparkle, or Holly Sparkle Sequins, and the Frosty Morning Sequins. Great for shaker cards. So we got those. There are 2 new stencil sets. I need to bring out a piece of cardstock so I can show these to you guys properly. I knew there was something I was forgetting when I started filming here. Okay, 2 new stencil sets. There is the Snowfall and Banks stencil. So you got, I always love that mix of sizes when it comes to any sort of like snowfall. And then you've got like kind of a solid snowbank portion, but then there's also these ones that you can just slide your cardstock in and create, you know, different little hills of snow, or you could do it in green and, you know, do something else. So that is the Snowfall and Banks stencil. And then we've got a layering stencil that is super cute. This is the Layering Peppermints stencil. So you've got the base. Actually, this will be the base, basically, for all your little candies. And then this layer adds all the details. So the swirls and all the little dots and pieces and whatnot. How cute is this? Seriously. I was like, ooh, fun. So you got that one. There are some, I'm kind of all over the place here. I'm going to be jumping around. I tried to like organize it into like categories, but I'm all over the place. So we had a cute little mini set. This is the Handcrafted with Love little set. So you got some little images, and then yeah, from my heart to your hands, made with love, just for you. I hope this brings you a smile. Handcrafted by. Just a cute little stamp set for like stamping the insides of your card or the back of your cards. So got that one. And then there's this little one. This is the birthday balloons set. I love this little like cluster of balloons, bunch of sentiments. There is a coordinating wafer die. Love. And yeah, some of the products will say stamp timber on them. Heidi already addressed that in their live video, but this happens almost every year. Some things can't get like manufactured or produced in time, so it just gets held till the next release. But it was like some of this stuff was originally meant for the stamp timber release, and everything, manufacturing, shipping, all the things, you know, get in the way. So we got that. Then we have the Party Like a Puffin set. I think this set is so cute. I love penguins. There's so many cute penguins. So you've got 3 of them, like balloons and party hats and cupcakes. I love little fish as a bow. So yeah, Party Like a Puffin, happy birthday. You'll be huffing and puffing to blow out all your candles this year. Like, it's officially your birthday. Love it. Absolutely love it. There is a coordinating wafer die set that will die cut all these out as well. So there's that one. And then there's this one. This is the Picnic Floral Sentiments. So you've got just a good variety of sentiments, a couple florals, and a leaf. Just kind of a good little basic go-to set. So that one. Then we've got this super cute one. This is the Batty for You stamp set. So you got your wings, your bat body, you have different options for the eyes, a couple different options for the mouth, and then sentiments. The fun thing with this is the coordinating wafer die set. You can get them separately. If you get them as the set, there's also a pack of mini brads that will come with this. I don't have a video yet. I'm hoping I'm going to get time to show it, but Simon does have a little quick tip video on their website with this because it's an actual interactive die set. And once you see how it comes together, it's super, super easy. But the cute thing is once you've put it together and you have the little like ribbon pull, his wings go up and down. It's the cutest thing ever. Love it. So there's that one. Then we've got this one. This is the Thanksgiving place cards set. So you've got your place card and then sentiments. So grateful for you. Welcome to our home. Thankful you joined us, etc. There's a coordinating wafer die that actually cuts, like you would stamp this lower and then use the coordinating wafer die. It will cut out this plus the back of the cardstock and then it'll cut this top little area right there and then it scores there and there. So then you fold it into your little place card. How cute is that? Seriously. So very, very adorable. And then there are coordinating wafer dies there for the other little elements if you wanted to add those to it or not. This would also just be a nice little like kind of piece on a card if you don't do place cards. And then speaking of like Thanksgiving stuff, there's this one too. This is the Turkey Day stamp set. There's already like a ton of adorable examples on Simon's site using this. I just like the images are adorable. So with like the fork and the knife, I'm thankful for, and then the one with the sign, I'm thankful for vegetarians. Tofu is the new turkey. And gobble till we wobble. Join us for Friendsgiving. Yeah, I just think it's cute. We should rename Thanksgiving Stretchy Pants Day. Love it. Absolutely love it. And then on with the Thanksgiving theme, there is the CZ Design Sassy Tea Day sentiment strips. So you've got the regular ones and then the reverse, and the reverse are just the black with the white lettering. But yeah, happy tea day, grateful for pie, gravy, and naps, give thanks, gobble till you wobble. Give thanks for open couches, for family and friends, for leftover, for seconds, for potatoes. I am thankful for potatoes. But anyway, for people who help with the dishes, like, love it. You know, typical Kathy Zielski kind of snarky humor. So yeah, pie is life. Let's get basted. Love it. Love it. So yeah, that'll go really nicely with that one. And then Kathy had a set in the Stamptember release with her one, with her little like turkey sentiments. So we got those. Then we've got some Christmas goodies. I already did a video using this one. This is the painted Christmas wreath background. So this, like all of Simon's backgrounds, red rubber on cling foam. The sentiment pops out. So like I showed in my previous video, I stamped the wreath with markers and then I heat embossed the sentiment. Love. Absolutely love it. We've got this fabulous one. This is the Simple Holiday Greetings stamp set. Tons of sentiments. I like this. These are the ones that, yeah, stamp, heat emboss, you know, gold on black, white heat embossing on black, whatever. Add them just as like little elements to your cards. And there's just a ton to choose from. Love. That one's a must-have in my opinion, as is this one. This is absolutely beautiful. This is the Glistening Snowflakes stamp set. It's gorgeous. You got a circle. We've got hanging like snowflake ornaments. You got a tree shape of snowflakes. We have a circle area, so this one would be really nice. And you could add a sentiment, you know, whether it be die cut or stamped and heat embossed. Individual snowflakes, a whole bunch of them. There is a coordinating wafer die set that will die cut the tree shape, the circle, individual snowflakes, all those snowflake ornaments, like all of it. Beautiful set. I'm positive this one's going to be super popular, and like I always say, you can never have too many snowflake sets. So anyhow, got that one. And then Kathy Zielski released 2 other sets in this release. We have the Balloon Greetings stamp set. So you got great big like solid balloons, and then we've got like happy day. Hope you have the happiest birthday ever. So that would fit, you know, along here. All these other sentiments will fit inside as well. So love it. Coordinating a little wafer die set that'll die cut the 2 balloons and the balloon string. Love it. So that's the Balloon Greetings set. And then the other one she's got is this really fun, I'm not sure what the name is of this one. It's the Let It Snow set. This is a buildable set. So you have like your words. So you do them in one color. This portion is actually the scarf and the nose to the snowman. So you've got 1, 2, and then the third layer is like the outline, like detail. So you could do this in like blue, do this in red, stamp this in black, or heat emboss it with like gold or silver. How fun is that? Seriously. And then there's an individual snow globe. We got the image, the other stamp with the scarf and a little carrot nose, and then the outline portion. Really well thought out. Very Kathy Zielski. I really like this set. And then there is a coordinating little wafer die set that will die cut this little snow globe, the snowflakes, and then a couple of the bigger sentiments, the Make-A-Wish, the Let It Snow, and the Merry Days. So fun. So got that one. And then of course there were a whole bunch of embossing folders. I've organized them. I haven't had a chance to use them yet. There's so many, and I've been saying like how much I love the embossing folders. So this is the Floral Festoon embossing folder. And like all of the ones that Simon has been releasing since I started doing this, these are 3D embossing folders. So it has like the raised and then the indent, and there's all the detail. And then with the embossing folder listing, it does list the different sandwich options depending on what die cut machine you have. Plus, a lot of us show what works for us and our machines. So there's that one. And then there are, actually, let's save that one for the next one. This is the twirling embossing folder. So it's like peppermint candies, basically. Same thing. It's all like raised and indented, and the detail of these. So there's that one. That's twirling. And then there's this one. This is the embossing folder and coordinating cutting die. So this is the leafy greens. So you got all these gorgeous leaves, and then this coordinating wafer die will die cut that leaf cluster right there. And you do what works for you. You can, I've shown both ways. A lot of times I emboss first, then I die cut, and then I run it through the die cut piece, because when you die cut it, it flattens it out a lot. So then I run it through again just to raise up all that detail again. But other people have just die cut first. They'll tape the piece into place, like after they've die cut it. They'll tape the cardstock into place with just really low tack tape, and then emboss it. Whatever works for you. Like whatever floats your boat. So that's the leafy greens embossing folder. And then there's this one. I love this one too. I love them all. I can't choose. This is the Forest Floor embossing folder. It's got like little mushrooms and leaves and little acorns and just such a gorgeous fall folder. Love. Got that one. Those are the birds. Then this one is the Ginkgo leaves embossing folder. Same thing. Just amazing, amazing detail. Lava. Got that one. And then we have, this one would work really nicely with that, this stamp set, with lots of stamp sets. This is the, I can see this one being really popular too. This is the Sterling Labels embossing folder. So this one, with the coordinating wafer die, of course. So this one has all these label shapes and then coordinating wafer dies. So you get these gorgeous embossed textural labels. Love. And then you can add sentiments to them, and a bunch of them will work just so perfectly, you know, with these sentiments. Love. Love. Oh my goodness. So there's that one. Then there's this one, which is also, I think they're all going to be popular. I just, going through this release, I was like, ooh, so many favorites. This is the Autumn Knits embossing folder and cutting die. So you've got the sweater, the acorn, the cup, the pumpkin, and the to-go cup. And they all have like that sweater knit texture to them, and then the coordinating wafer dies to cut them all out. Love it. So the sweater's adorable. They're all adorable. Like, I want to die cut. I want to do a bunch of the sweaters and do different colors, and there's so many things. Absolutely love it. So got that one. And then another one that I know will be insanely popular. I was so excited when I pulled this one out. I was like, yes. This is the Glistening Snowflakes embossing folder and cutting die. Look at that, like, detail. It's just, love it. And then coordinating wafer dies. So you got the outline piece that does fit with this, and then you have the detail, and you could emboss, but you can also use this on its own totally, because it's absolutely gorgeous either way, you know. Absolutely love it. It's just beautiful. So got those ones, and the last two work very well together. We have the Snowy Birdhouse embossing folder and cutting die. So you've got the folder with the snow, the birdhouse, and then this cluster of like pine cones and pine branches. And then the coordinating wafer die will cut out the birdhouse, and then the separate piece you can cut out the snow. So you can get all this like textural depth. I am loving having the coordinating wafer dies with these, because one like this, I'm normally before me wouldn't have been as big of a fan of this. Now that I have like my distress watercolor pencils, and I've shown that with embossing folders, you know, I would use this now, because I would just emboss this, of course, onto craft cardstock, use my distress watercolor pencils. However, having the coordinating wafer die, so you could die cut it from other colors, etc., and then build it on top. Love it. So, like I said, this goes really nicely with this embossing folder and die set, because they just work together so perfectly. This is the Friendly Birds embossing folder. So you have this gorgeous like branch greenery going on, and then two cute little birds. And again, there's coordinating little wafer dies to die cut them both out. And these are the perfect size. These will go perfectly with this birdhouse. Love. Absolutely love it. I think it is so cute. And yeah, same thing. You can do your, you know, embossed background, do some easy green, ink blending, whatever, you know, and then the birds, do them separately, die cut them, add some color, whatever, and pop them into place, and you're good to go. Or add them instead to the little birdhouse. So those are all the embossing folders. Now we're getting into the wafer dies. There are several. So the first one is the Large Scripty Big Hugs. How fabulous is that? And I love that you can easily use just this one. Like, I can see myself getting a use out of, you know, whether I use the big word or not. Like, it can go like this. It can go like this, you know. And I kept the dots to the eye in the package, because I know I'll lose them. But yeah, love it. Absolutely love it. This is a white piece of cardstock, but this is an A2 piece of cardstock, just to give you an idea. It's kind of white on white, but yeah, you can see it. Just to give you an idea how big this is. Like, they weren't joking when they said it was a Large Scripty Big Hugs. So, love. Then we have the Dream Big wafer die. So it's the word and the outline. Fabulous. Then we've got these two. These are the Basic Box Card Haunted House and the Basic Box Card Christmas Tree. These are add-ons to the Basic Box Card die set. I'll have links to all of that. There have been several since they released the Basic Box Card die set. There have been several little add-ons for it. So now we have this awesome haunted house one. So it's got the haunted house and the tree to create a scene, a Halloween scene. And then this cute one with the Christmas tree and the little snow elements that you can add to it. A snowbank, a little star to add to the tree. So cute. So got those. And then we've got a couple more little birds. We have the Layered Songbird and the Layered Warbler. Aren't these cute? And they die cut all the little pieces. And they come together super duper easy. There's little emboss lines when you die cut the base, it will also emboss the lines, which just makes it easier to line up the other die cut pieces. Like super, super simple, really easy. This one's got just one little emboss line. Again, it all just comes, you just look at the package and it's like, oh, that goes there, that goes there, that goes there, you know. Love it. So you got these two little birds. And Simon has released many birds, roughly these size, so that you can kind of mix and match with them, which I really love. Because then what they also released with this release, we have got our little birds, is the scalloped birdhouse. So this is a large die set. You have the great big birdhouse, and then you have the rooftop and the circle for the opening. It die cuts all of this detail that actually like pops up a bit if you want. And this is big. So here's an A2 card front to give you an idea of the size. And then yeah, the birds work with it just so cute. How cute is that? Seriously. Love it. So we've got him and her and their little house. So that's the scallop birdhouse. We has pumpkin pie slice. I love it. It's just so cute. Like, cutest little slice of pumpkin pie here. So here again, here's an A2 card. So you could add some of those little snarky, you know, Thanksgiving sentiments, or you could do a bunch of these to create a background because it's just super easy to die cut and assemble. Love it. So that's a pumpkin pie slice. Then we have the acorn house. So this one, you have the acorn base. You can choose whether or not you want to add the door. This is awesome. If you got the pumpkin set from last month, that had the wafer die for the door was attached to other wafer dies, like the leaves and everything. So you couldn't die cut it directly. You had to die cut the door separately and adhere it, which is fine. But if you have that one and then you got this, you'll have the door separately. So I ran, you know, I die cut the base for my acorn and then die cut the little wafer die for the door. How cute is that? Seriously. And again, like all that like texture and everything from the top. So that's the acorn house wafer die. Then another fabulous one. This is the berry stems wafer die set. This is very similar. There was the wreath from last month's release. This again, I assume because it was supposed to come out with that. So this one die cuts the stem, the leaves, all the berries in one pass because it's one. I've already like separated my dies. The berries are just one die, and it's enough for all of them. So I just die cut the branches from dark brown cardstock, die cut the berries, ran them through with red, die cut that one, and the leaves, and then just popped them into place, like super easy. And then the leaves have all the like texture detail of the spines. Love. So that's the berry stems wafer die set. So this goes really nicely with that previous release of the wreath, but these will also work just very nicely on their own. They would work so nice. They could just like go like this and add some leaves and some little branches, you know. You could just build up a whole little thing, give them a little place to hang. How fun is that? Speaking of which, we also have the fiddly leaf. Love it. This would also work really nicely with like all of this, you know, I love it. Could add that. Hello. How fun is that? So that's the fiddly leaf wafer die. I don't know why. I just thought like it's like fiddly, little fiddly bits, you know? So there's that one. And then there's this one, which is also, I love. This is the budding branches. I just die cut these from white cardstock and quickly scribbled them with Copic markers. But these are really pretty too, and they would also work really nicely. Like we could just go like this, just like building all these little scenes with my die cuts here. Like how fun is that? Add a sentiment, your card is done. You know, love it. So that's the budding branches die set. Then I'll just set aside my little buddies. We've got the Peace on Earth script. Another nice large. So again, you can see it on an A2 card. It's the word and the outline. So that's the Peace on Earth script wafer die set. This was the one I used the adhesive sheets on the back. I stuck the adhesive sheets to the back of a piece of white cardstock, and then I ran it through with this Merry Christmas tree wafer die set. And then when I peeled off the wafer die, everything was still stuck in place. So then I took my Copic markers and just quickly, like on that scrap, like on the cardstock, just did like kind of a gradient of the greens and everything, and then peeled off the backing and stuck it to this. So this is roughly like I think 3.5. Yeah, 3.5 by 5.5 inches, just to kind of give you an idea. Again, here's an A2 card front. So you could do it like that, like with the adhesive sheets, or adhere it, or you could just die cut it and use it, like have it as a window. You know, pop some strips of different colors of cardstock behind it. That would work really well too, so you're not fiddling with the little fiddly bits. But yeah, that's the Merry Christmas tree die set. Then we've got another fabulous CZ Design Merry Word wafer die. I love, absolutely love Kathy's font choice. Just classic. Absolute classic. I know this one's going to be popular. Love it. I love the size of it. There we go. Fun little card with all my little die cuts. So that's the Merry Word, and again, it's the word and the outline, as is tradition, live. And then last but not least is the Merry ornament. We had an earlier one, and my brain is like not working, but CZ Design and all her fabulousness. So we've got, that's the like outline portion, and then the actual word and ornament. So you can use either or, depending on what you want to do, or you could like stack these up, turn them into a little shaker if you really want to get fancy. But yeah, and this is also just a good size, you know. Could add some little branches and things to have it hanging off like that, you know, whatevs. We'll stick a bird on it. Here we go. So anywho, that is the Cozy Hugs release. I think that was everything. If I missed anything or misplaced something, because I've been all over the place, like I said earlier, I will have links below the video. I'll have a link to my blog post. In the blog post, there'll be picture links to find everything. You can always check that out directly below the videos. I always directly link to my blog posts so that no one has to go hunting around. And then, as always, follow me on my social medias, especially my Facebook page. That's where I keep everyone more up to date on what I've posted, what's new, random things, the random meme here and there, whatever. So you can follow me there if you haven't already. And then, as always, thank you guys so much for taking the time to watch my videos, for thumbs upping, commenting, especially the thumbs upping and commenting. It legit helps. I very much appreciate it. It just tells the robot overlords that people are enjoying what they see. You're interacting with what you're watching. So that means it's like, oh, people like this. So then they actually, the overlords will push it out a little bit more, hopefully. So yeah, subscribe if you haven't, and I will see you all very soon in the next video. Bye.